This video is brought to you by catbeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, sick as a fucking dog. And I gotta review this piece of shit that we call Smackdown Live here on August 29, 2017. What the fuck happened to this show, bro? I mean, if you don't feel it, if you don't see it, you got some fucking real issues going on. This show has been fucking abysmal since WrestleMania season. It is not the same. I don't know what happened. People saying the shakeup fucked up SmackDown Live. People are saying that maybe WWE, under the radar, moved some writers over from SmackDown to Raw to help make Raw better. I don't fucking know. People are blaming Road Dogg. I know Road Dogg's not to blame. I know he creatively writes this show, but it all is ultimately approved by Vince McMahon. I can blame Road Dogg up and down. I can fucking curse him out because he's an easy fucking target. I can't go on Vince McMahon's Twitter and start cursing him out. He probably don't even monitor the fucking thing. So he's got to take the fucking damage from the fans. He's got to issue damage control, does Road Dogg. But this show has been god-awful. Back before WrestleMania, and I'm talking about Royal Rumble time, it was SmackDown Live, NXT, and Monday Night Raw. Numbers 1, 2, and 3. For WWE programming during the week. Now, I don't believe I'm fucking saying this, man. I know I took some fucking medication, but I still see clearly. You know? Monday Night Raw is easily better than SmackDown. It has been. Show's still awful, don't get me wrong. Don't sit here and tell me, oh, JD, are you a Monday Night Raw fan now, man? JD, oh my God, you're a hypocrite, man. No, clown. I know quality when I see it. But it's NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. Something went wrong somewhere. I don't know what it is, but I can honestly tell you this show is fucking awful. Tonight was like watching a 3-hour edition of Monday Night Raw, and this show is 2 hours. I honestly wanted to fall asleep. If it wasn't for you guys who want a review, I would not even talk about this show until tomorrow morning. Because I took a sleepy drink. I took one of them neuro drinks. I'll be asleep in about 45 minutes. And then I took some pills. So, if it wasn't for you guys, I would not even be here. And what is with SmackDown being the NXT burial ground for WWE? It seems like everybody that comes to SmackDown Live from NXT is ultimately buried. Or they're just fucking completely altered and we don't give a shit about them. Like, everybody that comes from NXT is like, oh my God, I can't wait for them to debut on the main roster. And then when they get to SmackDown Live, it's like, I don't give a fuck about them. Are you fucking kidding me? It's coming to a point now, I don't want anybody to be promoted to the main roster. I just wish they'd stay down in NXT and make NXT 2 hours. This is fucking ridiculous. You know, I said this on Monday Night Raw Review. If you guys missed that video, link will be in the annotation. I said this on Monday Night Raw Review when I was ranting about the Sasha Banks Alexa Bliss bullshit on Monday Night Raw. I could book circles around these fucking assholes. How do you book this show? How do you have this roster and put on this quality of television? Are they mental? Are they out of their fucking mind? I know there'll be some fucking insider or one of these fucking loser podcasts with like fucking 5 subscribers on YouTube who watch me and hang on every fucking word that I say and they swing from my nutsack. Oh, JD is so negative, man. SmackDown is so great, man. Jinder Mahal is the best WWE champion ever, man. This show sucks and it all starts at the top. You gotta get the title off Jinder Mahal. I'm sorry. Putting the title and keeping the title on this fucking worthless motherfucker is bringing the entire show down. You know, ever since this guy became champion, the quality in this show has decreased by week. And if you don't see it, listen, bro, I can't sit here and babysit you. You know, I can't sit here and hold you on my knee and fucking burp you. You know, I can't spoon feed you. You could take the information that comes out of my mouth, the brilliant information for most weeks. I'm not right all weeks, but most weeks I'm on my game. You know, you could sit here and take everything that I say and use it to the best of your ability, or you could just sit here and be a fucking asshole. You know, but I'm spitting you gold every fucking week. This show sucks. Monday Night Raw, just based on what happened with John Cena and Roman Reigns last night, blew this show out of the fucking water. I don't give a fuck what happened on that show. And that was a show without Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman. Meanwhile, you got AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Randy Orton, Bobby fucking Roode. We got Ty Dillinger on the fucking show tonight. We got Kevin Owens on the show tonight. Sami Zayn made an appearance, and they still can't book a show the right way. Are you fucking kidding me? Done. This show is fucking god-awful. God-awful. And I don't give a fuck if you think I'm complaining or not. You know I'm right. You know I sit here and I don't bullshit. You know I'm right. So just give the man his due and suck it up. Swallow the bitter pill. This show fucking sucks. And this show will continue to suck unless, A, Road Dogg is gone from his position, which I know he won't because I'm sure he's one of them elite cocksuckers backstage in WWE. Michael Hayes is gone. Vince McMahon is gone. You know, is just cease and desist with the fucking wood chips. And this show and company is taken over by Triple H. Done. This show sucks. And by the way, the most important aspect of that is Jinder Mahal no longer being WWE champion. This guy is a fucking failure. Seriously, I think I'd be better off as WWE champion. He's terrible. Absolutely terrible. The guy is just one of those things that you want to see go away and never come back again. He's ridiculous. He's absolutely ridiculous. How you look at this man and see a champion. What are you fucking looking at? What are you looking at? I'd rather see James Ellsworth, the WWE champion, than Jinder Mahal. The guy's a fucking failure. The guy is a failure. In fact, James Ellsworth is a better promo than Jinder Mahal. Yet you call this guy the modern day Maharaja? Are you fucking kidding me? Guy needs to be off my TV and he'll be on a t-shirt before the holiday season. Believe me. Awful. But if you guys have not already seen, this is your SmackDown Live review. I am, of course, JD from NY. Make sure you guys subscribe down below and hit that bell for your notifications, man. The hottest reviews on YouTube.com when it comes to this fucking WWE bullshit right here. Make sure you guys hit that bell and turn on all notifications because I do upload daily. And we got some cool shit coming up this week, man. We got some Mae Young Classic reviews coming up tomorrow. I was going to do some, but I fell asleep for 3 hours this afternoon because I feel like shit. We got NXT review coming up tomorrow. Live stream, live reactions for NXT where you and I will watch NXT together on Twitch. So make sure you guys are following my Twitch channel right there in the bottom left of your layout there on your screen. JD from New York on Twitch. Off the Script coming up this weekend, episode 186. 14 episodes to the big 200, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but we'll figure it out. So Off the Script this weekend, I got some cool other shit coming up as well. Maybe some gameplay here and there. I don't know. I got a bunch of shit going through my mind. So you guys will get daily uploads right here on the channel. So make sure you guys are subscribed. If you guys want to support the channel, thank you. We had a huge influx of $5 Patreons coming today. I'm guessing you guys got wind of the Mario Kart gameplays that are being uploaded on Patreon. One yesterday that we uploaded for the first time in many, many months. Toad returns, and he meets Ozzy Osbourne and fucking Elton John in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch, man. Almost 30 minutes of classic Mario Kart rage, bullshit everywhere, online multiplayer. If you guys have any interest in that, exclusively on patreon.com/JDFromNY206. Best way to support the channel. Also, Off the Script Retro, early access to Off the Script, and entry into my Off the Script Discord chat. So you guys get all that for $5 or more. Obviously, there are other tiers. Make sure you guys check it out and find out for yourself what everybody's talking about with Mario Kart 8 gameplay exclusively on patreon.com/JDFromNY206. And also, t-shirts. We got the new Enzo Amore t-shirt right now in production. Connor is coming up with the design. He already texted me. He already DM'd me, rather. The Enzo Amore, Get Off My TV design is coming very, very soon. And I hope this blows away everybody else because this guy is a fucking joke. And he needs to be away from everybody. He is awful. And there's a reason why he's going on the shirt. Hopefully you guys enjoy that when it comes out. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Use coupon code JD17 for 20% off at checkout. And then all new listeners of the show, thank you to everybody that has subscribed. If you're new, I'm going to be giving you something for free, bro. Audible is a great sponsor of the show. They're giving you guys 30 days free to try their service out, and they're going to give you one free audiobook just for listening to the fucking show tonight. All you got to do is go to the link down below. It's audibletrial.com/offthescript. Fill out the information, and you're going to get something for free, bro. Let's end the month of August on a hot streak with Audible. Thank you to everybody that's already signed up this month to support the channel, man. Thank you guys so much. Oh, also follow me on Twitter, by the way, and thank you for everybody that tweeted me at JDFROMNY206 during SmackDown Live. Now, the most important thing on this show, to me anyway, because this show was a fucking disaster, the most important thing to me was the United States Open Challenge. And I'm excited about this. I really am. AJ Styles, the best wrestler in all of WWE. He's my favorite wrestler in WWE right now because he just presents that old school style that I appreciate so much. He's great at what he does, and people appreciate him for what he is. The best wrestler possibly in the entire world. Give or take, some of you might say Kenny Omega, some of you might say Okada, but AJ Styles is certainly in discussion with every wrestling fan as being the best in the world. He is the United States champion. I was excited to see that they were bringing back the U.S. Open Challenge. Some of you might not like John Cena, but what he did with the U.S. Open Challenge, to me, was some of the best shit in years on Monday Night Raw. And John Cena did exactly what he said during the promo against Roman Reigns last night. He did the Open Challenge with pride and honor because he wanted to get younger talent over and he wanted to present new talent to the WWE Universe. And I believe him on that. I really do. And that's what it's used for. So you got AJ Styles, the U.S. champion, U.S. Open Challenge. You're thinking, wow, if John Cena can do it so well, AJ Styles is going to blow this shit out of the water. So AJ Styles is in the ring. He says the U.S. Open Challenge starts right now. We're going to get a random competitor from the back who wants to test his wrestling ability against the best in the world. Out comes Ty Dillinger. I'm like, oh, fuck. Ty Dillinger is coming out. And this is something that I was salivating about because, number one, I'm happy to see Ty Dillinger. Number two, I think this would be a great showcase for Ty Dillinger in a nice 10-15 minute match against AJ Styles. That's the way I would have booked it. But does WWE see it that way? Of course not. Of course not. They were out to ruin the U.S. Open Challenge. Instead of giving us a competitive match for the United States Championship, they got fucking loser Baron Corbin walking around. He comes out to interfere in this match. As Ty Dillinger's walking down the aisle, he comes out, starts arguing with Ty Dillinger, asking him what he's doing. This is my opportunity. Ty Dillinger's music hit first, motherfucker. If you wanted to be first in line, your music would have hit first. So why the fuck are you arguing with Ty Dillinger? So he throws Ty Dillinger into the barricade, and all of a sudden they start fighting on the outside. Ty Dillinger gets the best of him on the outside. He gets back in the ring, injured already because of the attack from Baron Corbin, and within 1 minute, he's tapping out to the fucking calf crusher. AJ Styles makes Ty Dillinger tap out. Was it even a match? Of course not. It was a fucking embarrassment. The U.S. Open Challenge was a fucking embarrassment. It was a failure on SmackDown Live. If this is how they're going to book the U.S. Open Challenge from this day forward, I'd rather there not be a fucking U.S. Open Challenge. What the fuck was going through their head when they booked this fucking segment? Are you fucking kidding me? So that's the best you got with Ty Dillinger. That's what you think of Ty Dillinger. You put him in the U.S. Open Challenge, you have him come out, you have people start chanting 10 all over the place, and then you have him be destroyed by AJ Styles. But before that, by Baron Corbin. Are you fucking kidding me? I was sick to my stomach when I seen that. Here they are, WWE. The night before, John Cena is proclaiming how great the U.S. Open Challenge was to get new talent in front of the WWE audience. Here's WWE's chance to live up to the words John Cena stated on Monday Night Raw. Do they do that? No, they do the complete opposite. The complete fucking opposite. Whether you like Ty Dillinger or not, you know for a fact he was fucking embarrassed on SmackDown Live. Garbage. Garbage. Whoever is excited to see an AJ Styles match with Baron Corbin, please go to a therapist and get checked out. I don't want to see anything to do with AJ Styles and Baron Corbin. To me, that is a fucking horrendous matchup. I'm not going to like it. I don't care for it. I'd much rather see Ty Dillinger and AJ Styles, to be perfectly honest with you. At least those two would have a great match. Baron Corbin's lumbering around like a fucking loser after what happened to him. I don't want to see him anymore. I don't. Baron Corbin would be better off taking a few months off and just staying away from WWE after what happened to him. Garbage. Nothing that they do with Baron Corbin is going to put me back in his good graces. I don't give a shit about him. He lost the Money in the Bank. He lost to John Cena. And now he's being put in a U.S. title opportunity. A U.S. title match with AJ Styles. For what reason? Why does he deserve a U.S. Championship match? I don't get that. What logic is that? I told you before in the beginning. It's like SmackDown Live is NXT's burial ground. Everybody that comes to SmackDown Live from NXT is buried. Sami Zayn, buried. Ty Dillinger, buried. The Ascension, buried. Tyler Breeze and Fandango, buried. Right? Nakamura, he ain't the same no more. Bobby Roode, give him 2 more weeks. He ain't going to be the same anymore. No, but Jinder Mahal is your WWE champion. Out of all these guys you have on SmackDown Live, he's the man that's holding the most valuable title in the wrestling world. Somebody's got to get fired. Somebody's got to fucking be relieved of their duties on SmackDown Live, man. This show fucking sucks cock. Get that American Alpha to that fucking list, too. They're buried. Jason Jordan, worthless. Chad Gable, listen, I love Chad Gable, but they ain't doing nothing with him. Until I see otherwise, they ain't doing nothing with him. Awful. That U.S. Open Challenge segment was fucking terrible. What an embarrassment for Ty Dillinger. If that's the best you got for Ty Dillinger, get rid of him. Get rid of him. Put him back down to NXT. Worthless. He ain't doing nothing on SmackDown Live, and clearly they got no direction for him. Such a shitty situation, man. The other thing I want to talk about is Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode coming out. Where the fuck were they tonight? Arkansas? Yeah, Verizon Arena. Little Rock, Arkansas. Someone pick up the fucking phone and tell these people to start making noise. Billy Ray Bob, we got some cows to milk later on this evening. Bobby Roode. Who the hell is Bobby Roode, man? I don't know who this guy is. Hey, Martha, did the hens lay their eggs last night? Are you fucking kidding me? Bobby Roode comes out, right? 1 week ago, granted it's in New York, and he gets a fucking standing ovation. People singing along with their theme song, right? You'd think the people in Arkansas had fucking televisions just a week ago. They're like, oh, Bobby Roode, who the fuck is this guy? Guy comes out. I felt more energy at my grandfather's fucking wake, God rest his soul, than I seen during Bobby Roode's entrance tonight. Unbelievable how these people just sat on their fucking hands. Oh, the pigs and the cows and the sheep. What are you doing in Arkansas, bro? You know? I understand you think your farm life is glorious, but when Bobby Roode comes out, you gotta start singing his fucking theme song, bro. What is it? I mean, are you people serious? Dead silence when Bobby Roode came out. Yeah, they made a little noise here and there when he did his glorious DDT, but, I mean, give me a fucking break. This is Bobby fucking Roode. You know? This is week number 2 now, where I'm seeing a face Bobby Roode. You know? I give it another 2 weeks. I give it a month's time, and I'll be sick of Bobby Roode smiling on WWE television. And when Bobby Roode smiled in NXT, he was up to something dastardly. He was up to something evil, right? And he was about to manipulate somebody, some poor schmuck down in NXT. This Bobby Roode, he's smiling for the fans. That's not the Bobby Roode I want to get behind. That's not the Bobby Roode I want to see on WWE TV. They need to turn this guy heel and fast. Seriously. And Mike Kanellis, I mean, why do you sign these guys? Is this the best you got for Mike Kanellis? I understand somebody in WWE is going to blame Mike Kanellis for not getting over, but you strap him with a fucking shitty gimmick, let alone you got him with Maria. That's fantastic. Maria's fucking hot. You know? Maria's probably that whole fucking act. Maria Kanellis, his wife, is that whole fucking act. But somebody in WWE is saying, ooh, Mike Kanellis, he's a fucking failure because he doesn't like, wood. The power of wood. You know? Somewhere in WWE, somebody's blaming Mike Kanellis for not getting over. But what do you want people to think about Mike Kanellis? The guy sucks. The guy is not ready for the main roster. Clearly. This was a gimmick and an act that should have been in NXT for about a year to get over there. And build some momentum. No, you put him on SmackDown Live and you fucking throw him in the ocean and he's devoured by fucking sharks left and right. And then people want to say he's a fucking failure. This is the best you got for Mike Kanellis. You signed him from TNA to put him on SmackDown Live as a glorified jobber. Because that's what people think of him. And the more you do it, nobody is going to see Mike Kanellis as anything but that glorified jobber. Get him off SmackDown Live. When you do another shakeup, move him and Maria back down to NXT. Or in NXT. Because that's what's got to be done. He belongs nowhere near SmackDown Live or Monday Night Raw at all. You wanted an act just like The Miz, right? Nobody can do what Miz and Maurice are doing. You wanted Mike Kanellis and Maria Kanellis to be that power couple on SmackDown Live. You barely gave them television time, and then you want them to succeed. And then when they don't get over, you call them a failure. What the fuck have they done? What have they been given an opportunity to do? Nothing. They've been given no opportunity. And now you're throwing them in fucking enhancement matches against Bobby Roode. Absolutely fucking mind-boggling how these people work. Bobby Roode wins with a glorious DDT and a glorified squash match. Mike Kanellis needs to be moved back down to NXT. We got, I'm not even going over the fucking Shinsuke Nakamura bullshit with Jinder Mahal because this shit is fucking nauseating. It's absolutely worthless. It's not worth anybody's time. The one thing I do want to pinpoint here is that WWE is booking a match next week between Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura for the #1 contendership for the WWE title. Now, the way I see it, in retrospect, I guess it makes sense, right? Randy Orton lost 3 times to Jinder Mahal due to outside interference every fucking time, right? He should be granted another opportunity realistically because the great Khali interfered in the Punjabi prison match and cost Randy Orton, right? That was not really with the rules. Somebody overlooked that. Nobody really paid attention to that. And then he pins Jinder Mahal 1 week before SummerSlam. Okay, so there you go. So he pinned the WWE champion in a non-title match. So I guess he's granted an opportunity, right? Shinsuke Nakamura had his match at SummerSlam with Jinder Mahal. Awful fucking showing for both men because the fucking feud is worthless. Nobody gives a shit about it. Jinder Mahal sucks. I'm blaming that mostly on Jinder. Shinsuke Nakamura was fucked out of that match because of interference from the Singh brothers. So I guess it makes sense. You put both of those guys who have been feuding with Jinder, right? Randy Orton more so than Shinsuke, but you put both of those guys in a match. The winner becomes the #1 contender and goes into Hell in a Cell and fights Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship. Now, a lot of you are thinking that the outcome is quite predictable because Randy Orton right now is in a feud, if you want to call it that, with Rusev. So a lot of people are stating that, I don't see Randy Orton winning that match because he's in a feud with Rusev right now. And then Shinsuke Nakamura, if he wins, nobody really wants to see that match either. It's kind of been forced upon people. And WWE, you know that they can't help themselves. If Shinsuke Nakamura beats Randy Orton next week and then gets another shot at Jinder Mahal, you know for a fact WWE is going to book this match inside Hell in a Cell when it has no business being inside Hell in a Cell because the feud has no fucking intensity where Hell in a Cell needs to be visible for that feud. So I'm going to say this, you know what? Shinsuke Nakamura already lost and my fucking nose is dripping. I'm sick as a fucking dog over here. I'm going to say this. Shinsuke Nakamura already lost, right? There goes his winning streak. There goes his undefeated streak on SmackDown Live. He's already suffered a loss at SummerSlam to Jinder Mahal. Why not give him another one? What difference does it fucking make? Have him get RKO'd by Randy Orton. I honestly would rather see Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal inside Hell in a Cell over Shinsuke Nakamura and Jinder Mahal. Because Randy Orton and Jinder, at least, whatever the fucking story that they're trying to tell, at least I would believe it more so inside Hell in a Cell as compared to Shinsuke Nakamura and Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal and Shinsuke Nakamura have absolutely no business inside Hell in a Cell. So I would actually book Randy Orton to be the #1 contender, and I would have Orton lose clean. No interference from the Singh brothers. I would have Orton lose clean. That's it. No more opportunities. He's done. And then I would have Shinsuke Nakamura, if you want, or somebody else, take the title off Jinder Mahal after that. There's no reason to put Shinsuke Nakamura inside Hell in a Cell. They already ruined his act on the main roster. It's not even the same anymore. It doesn't have the same oomph. It doesn't have the same presence. They just completely fucking devalued Shinsuke Nakamura. And it all stems from that loss at SummerSlam. I just don't care anymore. I care, but I don't care as much as when we first seen him debut on SmackDown Live following WrestleMania. I don't. And they're booking these matches for free on television. and people are gonna fucking state on Twitter, shut the fuck up, just enjoy it for what it is. How can I enjoy it for what it is when we get a fucking main event on SmackDown Live that starts at 9:40, and we get to 9:45, and we go to another fucking commercial for another 5 minutes, and then we get back from commercial at 9:50, and we got 10 minutes of fucking match. A dream match. A WrestleMania-worthy match between Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura. You're gonna dedicate 10 minutes to on SmackDown Live with 3 fucking commercial breaks? No, but nobody wants to say that though, right? Oh, SmackDown Live's a great show. Give me a fucking break and take the fucking cock out of your mouth, please. Seriously. These types of matches should not be booked for free television with no build. No build. No matter what happened in the main event. Fuck that. Cena and Orton shouldn't have been built, and Nakamura and Orton shouldn't have been built. Cena and Nakamura, rather, shouldn't have been booked, and Orton and Nakamura shouldn't have been booked. In fact, Nakamura should have went through Randy Orton at SummerSlam to get where he is now, instead of being given a fucking WWE title opportunity at SummerSlam. That's the way you should have booked it. Bullshit. Fucking ridiculous, man. And then people want to say I'm fucking negative. How can you like the fucking shit that they're feeding you? You know, if you go back 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and you give me the fucking pen and paper to rewrite SummerSlam, everything would have been drastically different, and it would have made a lot of sense. Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura should have realistically been a SummerSlam match to be, you know, #1 contender, or get Nakamura to the point where he does deserve a fucking world title match. You're gonna throw him in a world title match because he beat John Cena on free television with no build? Come on, man. Bullshit. And then you're gonna feed him to Jinder Mahal. Why? Doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. Chad Gable and Shinsuke Nakamura. I got fucking Shinsuke Nakamura on my head. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin versus The Ascension. They look good as a tag team. I hope it lasts. I think these guys have what it takes to be very, very good opponents for the Usos when the time is right. They look good. They look like a tag team. Gable and Benjamin beat the Ascension. Pay dirt to Victor by Benjamin. Chad Gable took the beating the majority of the match. Hot tag to Shelton Benjamin. He looked good. You know, he did look a little slow in the ring. You know, probably knocking off that ring rust, but he did look good in the ring with Chad Gable, and they get a nice tag team victory over the Ascension. We got Aiden English versus Sami Zayn. Owens comes out, and he is talking about the screw job that happened to him just last week, where Baron Corbin was the referee that he appointed. You know, so Kevin Owens is asking, what happened to the referee that I appointed for my match, for my rematch for the United States Championship? I didn't appoint Shane McMahon for referee. I didn't get the referee that I got. I got Shane McMahon as the referee, and he wasn't the man that I chose. So he feels like he got screwed again. So Shane McMahon comes out, and he doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to hear it at all. And Aiden English needs to get back in the ring because he has a match right now against Sami Zayn. So Owens comes out and sits in on commentary. So Owens is sitting on commentary, and during the match, Owens leaves the announce desk, and he goes into the ring. He asks the referee to take off his referee shirt. He puts on the referee's uniform and becomes the official in the match. So while he's officiating, he pop-up powerbombs Sami Zayn, giving Aiden English the 1-2-3. It was a fucking fast count 1-2-3. And the referee, the one who was officiating the match originally, you know, just leaves the ringside area as if he doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't argue. He doesn't fucking get in Owens' face. He doesn't put up a fight. Owens makes the 1-2-3, and the timekeeper rings the fucking bell. They ring the bell, and it counts as a loss for Sami Zayn. I mean, are they fucking... What type of illogical fucking idiots do they got running this show? How is that going to constitute as a victory for Aiden English when Kevin Owens, a wrestler, forced a WWE official out of the ring, forced him to take off his uniform, and made the 1-2-3 on Sami Zayn? Are they out of their fucking mind? So the timekeeper rings the bell, and now it's a loss for Sami Zayn. Are they going to address this next week? I certainly fucking hope so, because it doesn't make any goddamn sense. But I will say this. The fact that Owens is so pissed off about Shane McMahon pretty much just throwing his name into SmackDown's roster, and, you know, he feels like Shane McMahon is using SmackDown as his own personal playpen. You know, he's got to have the limelight and this and that. I'm liking where this feud is going. I'm liking the frustration that's mounting on Kevin Owens week after week after week. It seems intense and it seems real. And it seems real because it's been built up over several weeks now. It's been consistent. And there's been a story that's been told week after week after week. I see the frustration of Kevin Owens. We've seen the frustration that he's gone through by getting screwed in every which way from the U.S. Championship. Whether it was a botched finish, whether it was Shane McMahon doing triple threat matches, whether returning Chris Jericho, whether Shane McMahon was involved as the referee himself, whether Shane McMahon went back on his word for Kevin Owens to pick a special guest referee of his choosing for the match, ultimately ended up being Shane McMahon anyway to make that final decision. There's been a story. It's been consistent. The reason why it feels so good and it's coming off good is because of that consistency. But WWE doesn't really know anything about consistency. You know, instead of doing everything on a consistent basis with multiple storylines, they dedicate all their fucking effort to one storyline and let everything suffer. So they really can't do that. The reason why this storyline has been so decent, and I'm assuming it's going to get better and it's going to hit a high point to where it's going to really be volatile and really be interesting, is because it builds over weeks and weeks and weeks. That's all I ask. You see what happens when there's consistency? It ends up being worthy of having television time. It's interesting to us fans. Everything else on this show has absolutely no consistency and makes no goddamn sense. That's the main difference between the storyline with Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens and the rest of this show. The Usos versus the New Day. Like, I want to see this match again following SummerSlam. These guys put on a 20-minute clinic at SummerSlam. Some are saying it was the best match on the entire show. So they do the match again. Instead of doing 20 minutes at SummerSlam, they come out and do 2 minutes here on SmackDown Live. Why are you booking this match again? And you're only going to give us 2 minutes after you gave us 20 minutes at SummerSlam. Does that make any fucking sense whatsoever? I don't get it. I don't get it. This was a non-title match. The winners of this match picked the stipulation for a rematch. So I don't understand. There's no other teams on SmackDown Live that are worthy of a tag team title opportunity. I am sick and tired of the New Day already. I really am. How many fucking opportunities are we going to get with the New Day against the Usos? They lost. Get over it. There are other teams. Like Breezango. When the fuck are they coming out and going to start wrestling again? Instead of looking at fucking boxes with fucking flashlights and dressing up in drag. It's not even funny anymore. It's not even entertaining anymore. Fucking bullshit. Jay grabbed the roll-up on Kofi Kingston, I believe, in 2 minutes and 24 seconds. How these two teams go for 20 minutes at SummerSlam and we can't get anything close to that on SmackDown Live. 2 minutes. So that's what this fucking feud is worth to you. 2 minutes. Garbage. Absolutely garbage. Carmella starts yelling at James Ellsworth for screwing up last week. Natalya comes in. And it's so fucking overproduced and scripted the way they come in. They don't even come in all natural. It's like Natalya's already standing there. You know? Garbage. Natalya comes in, threatens to make her the Baron Corbin of the women's division. They will have a match next week, and Ellsworth seems to like the idea. Carmella and Ellsworth leave. Naomi comes in and talks about the title rematch that she has in 2 weeks. So, that's that. The women's division on both brands are fucking god-awful right now. I don't care about either division. Because WWE fucked up with Sasha Banks last night. They're not doing anything of interest on SmackDown Live. I couldn't give one single fuck. Speaking of not giving one single fuck, Tamina versus Tina Stock. Yes, Tamina versus Tina Stock. Lana introduces Tamina for her match. You would have had more liveliness at a fucking cemetery than compared to Tamina's entrance, man. She literally came out to fucking crickets. Silence. Dead silence. Tamina came out to. Tamina wins with a super kick in 59 seconds. Do you care? Of course you don't care. It's fucking Tamina. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody will make me believe in Tamina whatsoever. These two should not even be on television. Lana's managing Tamina instead of managing Rusev. Yeah, some great ideas you got there, Road Dogg. Some great ideas. We got Shinsuke Nakamura versus Randy Orton versus, actually that's next week. I'm sorry, I'm jumping the gun here. Shinsuke Nakamura and Randy Orton versus Rusev and Jinder Mahal. This massive tag team main event, right, It just takes two feuds that are going on right now and you mash them together and put it in a tag team main event. Yeah, lazy booking. Uninspired lazy booking by the creative geniuses over at SmackDown Live. Oh, how do we make a main event? Well, we got Shinsuke Nakamura. He's feuding with Jinder Mahal. We got Randy Orton. He's feuding with Rusev. Hey, we'll team Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev and Jinder Mahal. That'll get the fans going. Are you kidding me? This is the best you got for this show? Unreal. Unreal. I would have booked the US Open Challenge to be last. And I would have given you a 20-minute match with Ty Dillinger. Getting Ty Dillinger over. Why? I don't understand it. I don't understand the logic of this fucking show. And I don't understand the logic of these fucking people. I really don't. This match was nothing. It was sloppy. Mahal was sloppy. Shinsuke Nakamura's interaction with Rusev was sloppy. Randy Orton's interaction with Jinder Mahal was sloppy. Nakamura went for a fucking roll-up from behind. That was botched. Instead, he kind of twisted it around nicely into an armbar. Everything broke down at the end pretty much after that. Mahal broke up the submission. He gets a middle rope DDT by Randy Orton. We get Kinshasa on Rusev for the 1-2-3. And that was it. Randy Orton at the end starts mouthing off at Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura looks like a complete dumbass. Doesn't know what Randy Orton's saying. All of a sudden, Nakamura starts posing. He eats an RKO. So out of nowhere, Randy Orton just RKO'd Shinsuke Nakamura in light of their match next week to crown a number one contender for the WWE Championship. This show sucked. This show sucked. Oh, JD, where are the fashion files? Who gives a shit? Why am I even going to talk about the fashion files? You know when I'm going to talk about the fucking team of Breezango when they're actually in a wrestling match. Until then, I don't give a shit what they're doing on the Fashion Files. Season 2 of the Fashion Files. Why don't you give them fucking in-ring time so I can see them wrestle? Why am I watching this show? Am I watching this show to see them dress in drag and talk about fucking, who's stealing horses and who's being abducted by aliens? Or do I want to see Tyler Breeze and Fandango actually compete for the tag team titles? Which one is it? Show sucks. SmackDown Live has become the worst show on WWE television. That's a goddamn shame. A goddamn fucking shame. This show is awful, and I see no signs of getting better. What did I tell you last week? After last week's great show, don't get your hopes up. One show, all because they booked a great show last week, doesn't mean they're going to do it consistently. What did they do? They gave you a great show last week, and they come right back to giving you bullshit this week. Everything about this show right now is fucking awful. Monday Night Raw has been leagues better than SmackDown Live. And that's a damn shame. Something needs to be done here. We need a shake-up as soon as possible because this show right now is just putting me to sleep every Tuesday. And I don't believe I'm saying that. With that talent, with that roster, this is the best you could put on. Somebody's got to get fired and changes need to be made. This is inexcusable. Inexcusable for SmackDown Live. I hope the shakeup comes soon. I really do. Because it needs to be done, and these shows need to be refreshed. I don't know what else to say. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,300 thumbs up on this SmackDown Live review. Show some love to my sponsors. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206 and hit that subscribe button down below for more great WWE content all week long. I am JD. Thank you guys so much. Make it a great night. Tomorrow, we're going to do some Mae Young Classic Episode 1 reviews right here on the channel. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Mae Young Classic review.